We're expecting a much different Halloween this year. You know, it is going to be one of the most challenging Halloweens we ever have.
For the past 12 years, Jeff Wazik has run Candy's Costume Shop in Toronto's Midtown, a popular spot for kids and adults alike to suit up for the spooky season. But with the pandemic casting a cloud of uncertainty on this year's festivities, Wazik is doing his best to adapt with no clear roadmap.
We've actually canceled most of our orders and reordered small amounts of things that we anticipate that are going to be popular. For example, masks. Like, we have brought in tons of face masks.
He's trying to stay positive, but with so many events already canceled, there won't be nearly as many people dressing up this year. And Halloween accounts for up to half of his revenue for the entire year. The threat of having to close up shop for good is now looming large.
This is probably a make or break month for me.
The City of Toronto has effectively canceled most events through the end of the year. Events like Halloween on Church, which attracts thousands of people to Toronto's gay village in elaborate costumes.
You know, it's really hard for some people. This is, you know, the gay Christmas, as some people call it, you know, the big celebration for our community. Halloween is one of those nights that we, you know, business could expect to double or triple, you know, some of their revenues. That won't be happening this year.
But not all events are canceled. One of the biggest Halloween attractions in the city, Legends of Horror here at Casa Loma, is still scheduled to go ahead.
This path was designed 5 years ago. It already is a one-way system, and it already is a distance experience. But of course, we have had discussions upon discussions about how to make it absolutely not just following the COVID protocols, but going above and beyond.
The first guests will come through on October 2nd. Among the many safety protocols, everyone on site, including guests and actors, must wear a mask at all times, even outside. Groups are limited to 6 people, and actors will have to be able to scare you from 10 feet away. Kaplan says the experience will still be just as heart-pounding as ever, even if they just break even.
It's all about the safety, but it's all about keeping the experience alive, giving people something to do to bring joy into their lives at Halloween, and keeping the gig industry and actors employed. As COVID cases continue to climb in the province, she says she's aware they may just have to shut it down if the province deems it necessary. And as for trick-or-treating, health officials are largely advising against it, though no firm guidelines have yet been given by Toronto Public Health. Organizations like UNICEF Canada are getting creative, launching a walkathon campaign for families where people can donate via QR code.
So this walkathon, the Halloween walkathon, actually brings the best of some of the components that we remember from Halloween, and that's defending the right to childhood for kids around the world, dressing up in costume, having fun, but it has the flexibility to enable families to do it in a safe way.
All this to say that Halloween at this point isn't entirely canceled in Toronto, but a lot can change in a month, and that's a scary thought for many businesses leading up to the big day. For City News, I'm Natividad.
We continue our COVID-19 coverage this evening, looking at the latest update from Ontario health officials.